In the 1976 film Marathon Man, actor Laurence Olivier repeatedly asks Dustin Hoffman, "Is it safe?" But Dustin doesn't know if it's safe because it's intel hidden from him. Laurence Olivier plays a Nazi-era dentist, and the film ends with a horrific torture scene involving a dentist drill. The story reminds us that sometimes politics can be almost as bad as having your teeth drilled. And if you have to ask, is it safe? Then it's probably not. Welcome to Conservative Coffee Hour. I'm Stanley Smith. Each week at Conservative Coffee Hour, we listen for important voices speaking out about how we can discern and navigate our way out of this political mess we're all in here in Chicago, in Illinois, in the nation, and around the world. This week we will be welcoming guest Dr. Dave Simone, who is actually a dentist by profession. And in his spare time, like the rest of us, he's trying to save the world. He'll be talking about a number of topics, intel, and experiences, including a visit to Mar-a-Lago. We'll also be joined by Ania Gramone, who is also in the medical profession and specializes in motivational topics and how to empower ourselves. She'll be talking about the false narratives and storylines we tell ourselves and project onto others, which hold us all back. On a recent vacation, I was introduced to motivational speaker Brene Brown, who talks about a similar idea of the stories we tell ourselves. And she explained that we all have our thinking selves and our minds, which navigate our daily living in a kind of pretty much a yes and no, what we like, what we don't like matrix. And most importantly, our minds are here to keep us safe and navigate out of dangerous situations. And when we encounter a dangerous situation, our minds immediately put together a story or a narrative which helps us make sense of it and find our way out of it as quickly as possible. The problem with this is that the information we have is often incomplete, and the conclusions we draw are often erroneous, which have unexpected results and outcomes long term. This week I had the pleasure of attending a GOP mixer here in Chicago, and it was so good to reconnect with familiar faces as well as meeting new people. And one terrific person I reconnected with was Lynn Oswald. Lynn explained that in our time together here at Conservative Coffee Hour, which is almost going to be 2 years, we have had a few rough spots, some dangerous places. And some people have had their feathers ruffled, and some people have been verbally and emotionally insulted and assaulted. And that, of course, is inexcusable. But I explained to Lynn that unfortunately in life we often hurt the ones we love most. And we do love Lynn, but like most loved ones, they're the people who are nearest to us and closest to us and available. And oftentimes it's those people we lash out and project upon first. In all of our dealings here in Chicago and around the nation, we're always looking for important messaging. And Lynn, who is always generous with her time and her intellect and ideas, shared an important sentiment with me at the GOP mixer, and that was the idea that more and more people can see that it wasn't the Republicans who navigated us into this ditch, this political mess that we're in. It really is a narrative and a storyline which comes out of the left and was perpetrated on us by the Democratic Party. Of course, we can and we do fault the Republicans for not doing more to oppose and to stop this narrative from proceeding. But we can see that it really is a vehicle for the Democratic Party. And when we go to the polls in November, we really need to ask ourselves, who was it that got us here, and who is it that's most likely to get us out of this mess? And then vote accordingly. As we continue along here at Conservative Coffee Hour, it may not always be safe, but as I pointed out, if you have to ask if it's safe, it's probably not. And if it's not safe, the worst thing we can do is run away and hide and do nothing. We really need to speak out, listen to important voices, and take action. If you would like to join us at Conservative Coffee Hour is every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time. I will include my email in the description of this video. I'll be happy to send you an invitation, and I look forward to seeing you very, very soon.